Shop at Majestic Supermarket for kind and courteous service. In addition to your grocery list, we also stock perfume and gift sets, household items, over-the-counter drugs, pet food and accessories, footwear, mini hardware items and much more. It's a one-stop shop. We accept TT cards, links and credit card. Visit us at the corner of Little Koma Road and Komodo Main Road, Komodo. Telephone contact 643-94104, Majestic Supermarket.
Welcome to our program, Journey of the Soul Towards a Structured World, Spiritually. There's a very unique saying about ourselves. It goes like, you are not what you think you are what you think. That is one for a lot of churning. You are not what you think you are what you think. Some great personality said that, and it was shared with me just yesterday. And since then I have been thinking that, that our thoughts really chart the course of our lives, and they also become, after we put them into words and action and attitude, etc., they become the past. And the past can't be erased just like that. Sometimes it is understood that even when the soul departs from the body, and rebirth takes place, the past account of that soul continues. Probably this is why we have so many different personalities. Population of the world is so large now, 8+ billion according to figures, and so. Yet still, inside of that, the uniqueness of this huge drama of life, dear friends, playing out on planet Earth, the drama stage itself, is one in which there is a great amount of uniqueness. There is an old song about God the Supreme, that the innocent Lord is very unique. Of course, it is in another language, I think it is Hindi. But we as spiritual beings, souls, Atma, Ruh, Spirit, we are children of God. That is not so easy to put into practice in our daily activities. To be godly, you have to be simple, no complications. And this comes from our thought process. There is what you call benevolent thoughts. That is just pure giving of a high quality. There is a shortage of that, because such type of thinking create a similar attitude, and of course the behavior would be aligned to that, and furthermore the words, the actions would all be aligned to benevolence. Can you think of someone like that now? Difficult. So today we are going to emphasize the impact of cycles of thoughts. Simple cycle. When we awaken in the morning, we have certain chores we do. Brush teeth, take a shower, and what is called daily routines. If you are a working person, so to speak, on an average, Monday to Friday, you may have certain routines in the morning. Saturday and Sunday, it may be a slightly different or vastly different routine. So our cycles of thoughts, just getting back to this aspect of thoughts, the nature of thoughts, the kind of thoughts, the vibrations we exude on the basis of our thoughts. As you think, so you are. That is very true, because thoughts are like the diet of the soul. The soul is not the thought. The soul is not the mind. The soul is not the intellect. And the soul is not the memory track. The soul is supposed to be the master of those. But we have a little bit of cart before the horse, or maybe too much of that now. So to correct that, we need to educate ourselves. We need to take notes, be it on your phone, in your diary or a notebook, and revise alongside the routines of your life. Because every day, every moment, every week, we are getting, body is getting older. Matter is eternal, but the body is not eternal. Soul is eternal. So our cycles of thoughts should be one in which we are using our conscience, our intellect, time and again to analyze where am I going. We are on a journey, but it's not a journey from this town to that town. No, it's a journey, dear friends, of refinement. And if we are not refining, we may be declining. So it's important to look at, in a very friendly way, make your mind your best friend. Yes. Your best friend is someone you can influence generally easily. So when you make your mind your best friend, the nature of thoughts that come, you can shift, you can change. You can tell yourself, hey, don't bark up that tree, you're having the wrong type of thoughts. And you would not get stressed out, because the memory track, you are in charge of yourself, you are doing meditation on a timely basis to strengthen within that I am a spiritual being playing a part through my body. This is the hardest thing for most of us to do. And it's not that we are hard-headed or hardened, no. We are victims of our sanskars, so to speak, personality traits. And we should be the angels of our sanskars, not victims. Victim doesn't suggest, that's not a good word to use. So in order to be able to be a master of the self, going back to what today's topic is, cycles of thoughts. The first shift we need to have is a strong description, is arrogance of the body. We are not bodies, respected friends. We are not bodies. The intelligence within is an incredible thing. To be called a child of the Supreme Father, His Supreme Soul, in the midst of the billions of people, we have to be someone who is unique in their own individual manner. So to be able to pursue this objective whilst we are in our life, going through our routines, regardless of our age, our gender, not our gender, gender, our status in society, whether you have 10 cents or 12 cents in the bank. No, absolutely nothing. The soul is not on a bank account journey or a business account journey or a status journey. No. Status journey a little bit, but in terms of what people perceive as status, no. It should always be quality in your personality. We have reached a stage now where we are seeing matter acting up. Look what's happening around with earthquakes and so. Who impacts matter? I've said this already. You go into a place of worship and no one is there. You pick up a certain vibration, a certain energy. You go in a rowdy place where all kind of things, language, behavior, etc., is not too conducive to positive thinking. And you would pick up the atmosphere of that place also. So we influence energy and we also influence matter, the 5 elements. To become a master of that, step back and begin to analyze. Don't do too much analysis. I remember in my working life, so to speak, we had this very famous line, too much analysis leads to paralysis, meaning that you are unable to arrive at the right decisions because too many options are coming up. Once you know what you have to do, or you have a plan, respected friends, or you have an aim and an objective that you are working towards, then you are somewhat visionary. Every individual is capable of that. We must have a vision of where we are going, or else we are insulting the people who at the final ceremony is saying, you have gone to God, you have gone to this Lord, and you have gone to this place. Aren't you doing that with your life? If we are not refining, then that person is saying something that something is wrong. We need to be qualifying ourselves as we go along inside of the 1,000 things that we say we have to do. We need to step back, stop, check, change. That's an old mantra of the Brahma Kumaris, World Spiritual University, also known as the Raja Yoga Center. That is where this knowledge is coming from. I am a student for many moons now. So when we are able to, in the early morning hours, take a little time out, pleasant time out, go to bed in reasonable time. Average time, the experts tell you about the cosmic vibrations and all of that, around 10 you should be in your bed. And generally, if you have not consumed too much for the stomach, you go to bed very calm. Some people will sit in silence and offer a prayer. That is super. If you can sit and even surrender your day to God the Supreme, I am light, you are light. When we have this thought of being light and we surrender our day, our stress level drops as we relax our bodies and go to sleep. Sleep means rest, slowing down, repair, rejuvenation, looking forward to a healthy, happy day tomorrow, regardless of the circumstances. So preparing ourselves even for sleep will ensure that the rejuvenation process of both soul, the soul at rest and the body at rest, the result of that is you get up after a couple hours. If you try this, it works. Let's take a short break.
Shop at Majestic Supermarket for kind and courteous service. In addition to your grocery list, we also stock perfume and gift sets, household items, over-the-counter drugs, pet food and accessories, footwear, mini hardware items and much more. It's a one-stop shop. We accept TT cards, links and credit card. Visit us at the corner of Little Cobra Road and Komodo Main Road, Komodo. Telephone contact 643-94104, Majestic Supermarket.
Welcome. So we were talking about cycles of thoughts and the impact and the need to stop, check, change. Picture this. Two people or maybe more are having a discussion and it starts to get a little heated, and one of, or maybe more than one, would jump up and start saying, "Don't let my blood pressure go up." Now when you look at blood pressure, you normally go by the doctor and he tells you about your diet. But how come you're having a discussion and your blood pressure is going up? What does that tell you? Our thoughts, our attitude, our speed of thoughts, particularly negative and wasteful thoughts, has a profound effect on blood pressure. And who does that work? Our hearts. Our heart is pumping blood to your entire body. If you take a tiny needle and you just touch, you will see blood. Our hearts work so hard, but the heart of the soul needs to be fixed in order to prevent your blood pressure going up. Blood pressure doesn't go up because you just ate pepper sauce or some diet that may not be the best for you. Pepper sauce is good in the right quantities. So many times you hear about blood pressure and you would generally get the advice about your physical diet and some advice of don't get angry and upset. How do you prevent anger and upset? Who gets angry and upset? The soul, the child of God. So when we have little or no connection with our true identity and we are not churning the goodness that we have, of course, it reduces in our awareness, our alertness as to who am I begins to shift to the body. I am this. That is wrong. That has always been wrong. The name of our body, our vehicle, is one thing, but the one who is operating the system is subtle energy, life force, the self, the soul. And if that one departs, there is no blood pressure again, good or bad or normal or high or low. So it's important for us to learn the art of self-management. It is not people alone you have to manage, because we exude energy, we give out vibrations through our eyes, a lot through our eyes, through our attitude, through our behavior, through our tone of voice. These are the very, very important lessons of life to be able to reduce stress and worries. We should never complain. If you complain, it's a lack of your understanding of the state of your family life, your health, your workplace, your country, your planet. This planet, you can say it belongs to us. So this alignment is such a beautiful journey that we all should be taking. We should be paying some attention to. When you are not paying attention, you have tension. And tension goes back to the heart and blood pressure. The formulas are there for us. The teachings are there for us. Learn to meditate. Meditation is synonymous with medication. Meditation medicates the soul as well as it medicates the body. Meditation refines your diet of thoughts. Diet of food is a product of your diet of thoughts. Diet of food is a product of your sanskars, deep-rooted personality traits, your memory track. So, why should we not reflect, sit in silence? Call it what you want. You don't have to call it meditation, dear friends. Learn to sit in silence and improve upon your recognition of your eternity. Improve upon the spectrum of thoughts that we have. Benevolent, positive, pure, neutral. Neutral is an extremely high form of thought. Neutral is like you are a witness. And the DNA of the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is visible in you through your attitude and behavior. It takes time to reach that kind of neutrality. When we have that stage, yes, when we are in our bodies, not when we have left, when we have that stage as a consequence, as a result of our journey, then you can clearly say that the enemies of the soul, the type of thoughts that are negative, that are lustful, that are impure, that are degraded, they are no longer in a position to attack your intellect. No, you have built your immune system to such an extent that they can't be around. There is no room. The soul begins to become full. Sometimes you must look at the full moon. Full moon is a beautiful thing, and there are so many nice things about writings, etc., and so about full moon. And the moon never fails us. It goes through its cycles, and it goes almost invisible in terms of reflecting the light of the sun. But the moon doesn't die. If we pattern our life like that, we should learn the art of always be coming out of the shade of darkness. We should celebrate full moon every day. I am not lying. To be able to do that, you have to connect with the sun. And to be able to connect with the sun, so to speak, we have to awaken when the atmosphere around us, our town, our country is quiet. In the Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual University, the Raj Yoga Center, that is called Amrit Vela, the time of nectar. It starts at 2 a.m. Anywhere between 2, 3, 4 o'clock, average even up to 5. You get up, refresh yourself, sit in silence, become aware, and in 1 second go beyond this world. We don't have to ask God for anything. He knows He is our Father. He knows the state that we all are in right now. But we do have to subscribe. And your subscription, dear friends, is to slowly begin to have better routines. If those around you gets upset, it means they are not set in their seat of awareness. So you can't be upset or angry with them. You have to urge them, give them encouragement. Family life is not a great thing, no. It's an incredibly beautiful, unique thing. But the question arises, who has good family life now? So the moon aspect in our life, we may be in our darkest stage. And to come out of that, we need to reflect more sunlight, which is God's love, God's company. There are no barriers to that. The more you begin to meditate and learn the teachings of this unique university, you would recognize that, hey, I have a lot of work to do before I leave my body. If you don't have a body, you can't meditate. You can't have a good meal. You can't crack a good joke with someone. You can't go to the beach and sit in silence or whatever. You can't do those things. You can only do those things when you have a body, dear friends. So to be able to do those things, or the things we wish to do, we should just get close to God. So in terms of time today, let us all take a journey upwards. Sit comfortably. Relax your feet, toes and legs. Allow your shoulders to drop slightly. Become aware and create a happy feeling that I know who I am. I am a soul, spiritual being, infinitesimal point of light in the middle of the forehead. My true nature is peace, positivity and lightness. I step above, upwards, in the awareness that I am light energy, a spiritual star, and I connect far beyond this world to my original home, wherein my Father resides. I can feel the shower of peace, and this very unique thing that is called spiritual love from God, mercy, forgiveness, deepest awakenings. God the Supreme is the ocean of peace. The unlimited ocean of love. I bathe in that light energy. Silent, peaceful, simply absorbing pure light, pure love. I begin my return journey downwards, back down to this planet Earth, into my body. This is my awareness. I am light. I am a being of peace. I am a very alert personality. Om Shanti. Thank you all very much for viewing, and do practice.
Shop at Majestic Supermarket for kind and courteous service. In addition to your grocery list, we also stock perfume and gift sets, household items, over-the-counter drugs, pet food and accessories, footwear, mini hardware items and much more. It's a one-stop shop. We accept TT cards, links and credit card. Visit us at the corner of Little Kora Road and Komoto Main Road, Komoto. Telephone contact 643-94104, Majestic Supermarket.